The Krell Dominion had ruled the Outer Rim for 3 centuries, their crimson warships a symbol of absolute authority. No species dared challenge them until they made one fatal mistake. They attacked New Meridian, a small human mining colony on the edge of explored space. Commander Alana Reeves stood on the bridge of the UHNS Retribution, her jaw clenched as she watched the tactical display. The holographic projection showed the smoldering remains of New Meridian homes reduced to ash, mining facilities obliterated, and 70,000 human lives extinguished in a matter of hours. 42 Krell destroyers participated in the assault, her tactical officer reported, his voice hollow. They broadcast the attack across all frequencies, called it a demonstration of superiority. Alana's fingers traced the edge of the command console. She had friends on New Meridian, a sister, gone now, like everyone else. The Krell had made this personal, but what they didn't understand was that attacking one human colony meant declaring war on all of humanity. How long until the fleet arrives? She asked. 16 hours, Commander Good. Her voice was ice. It gives them just enough time to realize what they've done. Across the galaxy, the human war machine awakened. Shipyards that had built commercial vessels for decades retooled overnight. Research facilities released weapons technologies that had been deemed too dangerous, too absolute for conventional warfare. The United Human Nations invoked Protocol Omega Total War Authorization. Abel Chan, chief weapons engineer aboard the Retribution, worked frantically in his laboratory. His hands moved across holographic interfaces, finalizing calculations for humanity's answer to the Krell aggression. The quantum disruptors are ready, he announced over the comm system. But Commander, these weapons, they don't just destroy ships. They tear apart subspace itself. I know what they do, Abel, Alana replied. Deploy them. Abel hesitated for only a moment. He had designed these weapons, hoping they would never be used. Instruments of such devastation that their very existence should have been deterrent enough. But the Krell had never encountered humanity before. They didn't know that humans possessed one trait that transcended logic. When pushed far enough, they would burn the entire universe down rather than let injustice stand. The human fleet emerged from hyperspace like an avenging storm. 300 warships, each bristling with weapons that made the Krell's arsenal look primitive. At the center flew the Retribution, Alana's flagship, a vessel specifically designed for one purpose: overwhelming force. The Krell Dominion had assembled their armada at Zarthus Prime, the regional command center. 400 warships protected the station, confident in their numerical superiority. They broadcast a message of defiance, demanding humanity's surrender. Alana stood alone on the observation deck, staring at the Krell fleet through the reinforced viewport. Behind her, Abel approached quietly. You don't have to give this order, he said softly. We could negotiate, find another way. She turned to face him, and he saw something in her eyes that made him step back, not rage, but something colder. Determination, purpose. They killed 70,000 people to make a point, Abel, to show us they were superior. Her voice was steady, measured. Today, we teach the galaxy a different lesson. You don't get to massacre humans and walk away. Abel nodded slowly. He understood. Sometimes mercy wasn't justice, it was just weakness wearing a compassionate mask. All ships, Alana announced over the fleet-wide channel, weapons free. Show them what humanity does to those who slaughter the innocent. The battle lasted 17 minutes. Humanity's quantum disruptors tore through Krell shields like they weren't there. Each shot ripped holes in reality itself, causing enemy ships to implode or simply cease to exist. The Krell tried to retreat, but human vessels had positioned themselves at every hyperspace exit point. There would be no escape. Abel watched from the weapons control center as his creations performed exactly as designed. Krell destroyers broke apart in silent explosions. Their massive dreadnought, pride of the Dominion fleet, lasted less than 30 seconds under concentrated fire. When the Krell commander broadcast a surrender signal, Alana's response was transmitted across every frequency in the sector. You had your chance for peace. You chose annihilation. The final Krell ship was destroyed at 1442 Galactic Standard Time. 400 warships reduced to debris and radiation. Zarthus Prime Station, once a monument to Krell power, was nothing but expanding gas and twisted metal. In the aftermath, silence filled the Retribution's bridge. The crew stared at their displays, processing what they had just accomplished. Total victory, complete annihilation. Alana stood at her post, feeling no triumph, no satisfaction, only the cold certainty that justice had been served. Commander, the communications officer called out. We're receiving transmissions from across the sector. The Valdari Empire, the Consortium, the Free Traders Alliance. They're all asking the same question, which is, they want to know if humanity intends to continue offensive operations. Alana considered this carefully. The galaxy was watching, waiting to see if humans would become the new tyrants. This was the moment that would define humanity's place among the stars. Send this message to all channels, she said. Humanity seeks peace and cooperation with all species. But understand this, we protect our own. Attack any human colony, harm any human citizen, and you will face the same fate as the Krell Dominion. Not surrender, not negotiation, annihilation. Abel joined her at the viewport, watching the debris field slowly drift through space ore that remained of the Krell's mighty armada. Do you think they'll learn? He asked. Alana's reflection in the glass showed a face hardened by necessity but not cruelty. They'll learn. The galaxy has just discovered that humans don't start fights, but we always finish them. Word spread quickly through the known universe. The Krell Dominion, once feared across 100 systems, had been erased in less than an hour. The message was clear. Humanity was not prey. They were predators who had chosen civilization over savagery, but that choice could be revoked. New Meridian would be rebuilt. Monuments would be erected to honor the fallen, but more importantly, the 70,000 lives lost had not been in vain. They had taught the galaxy a lesson that would echo for generations. Touch one human, and humanity responds with everything they have. Touch a human colony, and they respond with total annihilation. End.